Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of The Fishing Teacher, and much appreciated you guys checking out today's video and spending some time with me. And today, guys, we're going to talk about silent jerkbaits. This is the Megabass Vision 110 silent model. We're going to talk a little bit about, what makes it silent. And the main thing I want to get into today is the conditions and the situations that you want to use a silent jerkbait, because it can make all the difference in the world. When you get the fish in the right mood and personality that we'll get into, you can triple your bites on a silent jerkbait. So we're going to get into that in today's episode. Also, guys, two quick things. Just want to invite everybody to please consider hitting that subscribe button here to The Fishing Teacher. We're really pushing hard to hit that 20,000 subscriber mark. And also, please check out my Fish the Moment lake map breakdowns. We got our spring maps up on the site now. Great resources to learn more about your favorite lake and get you some good spots. So I'll put the link in the description of the video for that, and really appreciate that. Okay, specifically, let's talk about the bait first, and I'm going to talk about where to fish it. Here is the Megabass Vision 110 Silent. Now, the difference in this is it has a fixed balancer system. On the regular 110, the balancing system, it moves back and forth throughout the bait. So therefore, when you jerk it, you've got, you've got that noise from the tungsten ball bearing inside of the bait moving back and forth and clacking. And here it's fixed. It's actually epoxied in there where it doesn't make any noise. It's completely silent. The only noise that this jerkbait makes is the hooks that are clanging against the bait. So a silent 110, guys, is what we're going to talk about today. Now, here's the thing. It's like one of the things that I have found out in bass fishing, it's like when you're dealing with highly pressured fish or fishing situations that aren't, ideal, bass do not like lures that make noise. That's why your baits like your Cincos and your plastic worms and your jigs have been consistent producers for, decades and decades, is because they don't telegraph themselves. And a jerkbait, when it's rattling and it has balancers or rattles in it, it telegraphs itself. It makes noise. And a lot of times fish don't want that, depending upon their mood and personality. Now, let's talk when you want to use a silent model more than anything else. The first time or the first situation that a silent model works really good in is in super heavy fishing pressure. For example, guys, today I just got off Lake of the Ozarks in that BFL tournament. You guys may have seen the report I put on it, but I caught two big ones, a 6-pounder and a 5.5 pounder, and lost another 5-pounder on the silent jerkbait at Lake of the Ozarks today, because the reason I went to it is the fishing pressure was intense there and the recreational pressure. There was crappie fishermen, hundreds of crappie fishermen in the creek I was fishing. There were weekend dudes fishing. There were tournament guys. And you can imagine when you've got hundreds of boats in a confined area, how noisy it is under the water. The big motors, the trolling motors, the electronics, and those fish react and they turn off. And they will prefer and they will buy a silent jerkbait better than any other jerkbait under those situations. Now, the other time that it works good is if you have a post-frontal condition where the fishing's real tough. So let's say, for example, you're catching them on a regular jerkbait before front rolls in, you got a south wind, maybe it's cloudy or partly cloudy, and then that front rolls through and it gets bluebird sky, temperature drops, you may or may not lose your wind, fish get finicky and hard to catch. That's another time that I go to the, the silent model. It makes a big difference there. And thirdly, a silent model works really good in clear water. If you're fishing a body of water that has like over 4 or 5 foot of clarity, a lot of times a silent model will work really good, because in clear water, you don't need the sound. They're focused on that bait from the side of it and the darting and the flashing. And a lot of times what happens, and I've seen them do this, especially like with smallmouth, is you're jerking that jerkbait in clear water and it's pulling those fish from a great distance away, and they swim up to it real fast, and you're pausing it like that, and they look at it, and since it's noisy and the water's clear, it's just a little too much for them. They know it's not real. But if you have a silent model where you can twitch that thing and it doesn't make any noise, they're a lot more conducive to hit it with that. So it's just a situational thing, guys. You get in there in those right, it's worth having a dozen of them or so in your box under the right situation. It can make all the difference. And I'll link my Tackle Warehouse link in the description of this video, guys, for the Silent 110. If you guys want to get some and use that link there, that'd be a good deal. So you can just check out the video description after we get done here. But anyway, guys, give it a try. Heavy fishing pressure, clear water, post-frontal conditions, silent jerkbait's the way to go, man. Hope it helps you guys out. We'll talk later.